Hello, how is everyone doing? I've been away for a week, but I hope you're all doing wonderful. I hope you're all doing amazing. Silent, hello! That Ash, though. How are you, Silent? I hope work was good for you. I hope your day's been good. I decided to stream later today. Surprise, mother. I love that sound alert. Ah, I've been away. I decided to do a later stream today. Because I was kind of on and off if I wanted to do a stream today. It didn't play, by the way? What? I heard it in my ear. Uh-oh. Well, let me see if I can figure that out. See if this one works.
Bitch, I'm adorable.
Let me know if that one played. I just reactivated the sound alerts because I turned them off because they weren't coming in correctly, but I decided to reinstall them to see if that would help. I'm gonna have This Is Halloween stuck in my head for a while. I watched that movie. Did that one play? Very quiet though. I have the volume all the way up. I sometimes sound alerts can be very if it yeah. Imagine if I could actually talk. All right, but nah. What was I saying though? I didn't know if I wanted to do a stream today, but then I remembered the new Dark Anthologies game came out today, and I really wanted to play it. So we're gonna play some House of Ashes today, and see if the house is actually made of ashes. That's the big question there. I want to know if the house is actually made of ashes, or is it like a metaphor? I don't know. But I took a week off to fix some technical issues, and at the same time, kind of recharge my batteries because work was very chaotic. But so I wanted to get some rest. So we're gonna play and start up the game. I mean, I'm ready for this. I'm excited for this. I see my cat pacing back and forth from my door, and I just put food in her dish, but she keeps like, I see her peeking through the door a bit, like she's waiting for me to feed. Even though I just put food in her dish. Alright. Oh no, not window capture. I want game capture. So I've been hearing great things about this game so far, and I'm very excited. I'm very excited because I heard a lot of people were comparing this game to actually Until Dawn. Like, they were saying that, because Man of Medan was alright. Little Hope I actually did enjoy, but they didn't feel, they weren't giving me that same sense of, what's the word? The same sense of feeling that Until Dawn gave me. But I'm hearing a lot of people say this game is way better. So, let's check it out. Oh. But how has everyone's day been? What's everyone been up to? I had to get my car oil changed, and now they're telling me I need to get my freaking brakes fixed. That's going to cost me. That's going to cost me. Don't play alone. Why is the game telling me not to play alone? The game's telling me not to play alone. Is the game spooky? Oh, you're still at work, Silent? I hope work's been going good at least. I don't know why my voice gets high-pitched sometimes. It's only 3 p.m. Oh, that's right. Time zones, that's right. I keep forgetting I keep forgetting. Whoa, wait, what? This is new. Death is inevitable. Your skills will be tested. Survival is expected. I kind of want to go with challenging now. Like, I kind of want to play on all three, to be honest. Like, maybe we'll start off with forgiving, and then we'll do challenging on the second playthrough, and then one night we're going to have to do lethal and see how challenging it is. So we got forgiving, challenging, and lethal. A game that really wants to test you, huh? That's interesting. Maybe this is just for those who want to play just for the story alone. You know what? No. I don't know what I want to do. Forgiving or challenging? I don't know. Screw it. We're going challenging. I'm assuming challenging is just like a normal game. So, to play with a controller, press A. To play with a mouse. Oh, okay. We're going in. Let me know if I need to adjust the volumes in any way. Okay. There we go. I wanted to do one thing. Alright. For they have sown the wind, and they shall reap the whirlwind. Rock you like a whirlwind? Every choice has a consequence. Others lead to death. Well, that's ominous. That's very ominous. Oh. There's a look in your eye. Oh! Oh, no, there is not a look in your eyes. There's a bug. There was a bug. Oh, choke slam!
No! I don't want to die! Silence!
I gotta turn on subtitles.
Your words are meaningless here. Your blood will pay the debtor. Oh, audio language. Home cinema. Headphones. Sidebar. Subtitles. All. There we go. Hans, your sacrifice will lift his curse from our land.
General Barato, forgive me, my lord.
Can't you see I'm in the middle of killing this guy?
The gods smile on you. For now.
I don't feel like they're smiling on me.
I'll deal with him later.
You're in luck, Gutian.
Luck? No. No luck for these dogs.
Well, so where's Brandon Fraser? Is Brandon Fraser going to be coming up?
This threatens to swallow us all. This temple is cursed.
I'd rather die in this cursed house than perish to the plague and famine out there.
Come on.
We have our orders.
Where's Brandon Fraser? Looks like you're on the wrong side of the river.
The moon god sent you to destroy my kingdom. I know it, girl. I see everything. Look around
Such a
you.
pretty game.
Is this hall not famous enough for my mistakes? Do the gods not bask in its glory? The Gutians are coming, General. The moon god sends an army to destroy us.
The moon god. I'm more of the sun god.
Good. And what news from below?
There are hundreds of prisoners, my king. Their sacrifice will take time.
Time is no longer in our hands.
Well, sacrifice faster.
The blood of this army will nourish the sands. The sacrifice will be fulfilled. Starting with this one.
No, not in front of me. No, I don't want to see that stuff. Take him to the sacrifice chamber.
My king?
Do you not see a hint of your own daughter in her?
Excuse me?
What age would she have been now?
18.
Why are you bringing up my daughter while I'm trying to sacrifice this person?
What a tragedy this plague has been. Kill her.
Nah, I kind of don't want to kill my... If she looks like my daughter, like... reluctant?
My king, would it not be wise to keep the girl alive? She's an enemy scout. We could learn the Gutian's plans.
No. Every drop of blood brings us closer to salvation. She must die.
I mean... Oh crap, God! Wrong button, wrong button. Oh God, I wasn't expecting this. I was unprepared. Do sacrifices usually go like this? Damn! Oh, what a throw! Sign this guy up. Man, I can't even throw a tape ball at work into a garbage can that good. I hope you're going to clean that up. I mean, the floor looked like it just got cleaned up, man. The floor just got cleaned. Oh, I don't want to see that. Don't show me that. Again with a throw. Dude, has an arm. Also, why did you throw this at my throne? I don't want my throne to get stained. I just had it cleaned. You are a horrible guard. Dude, ow, no. Oh God, why? Why? Guys, I have no idea what's going on anymore. Do you guys have an idea? I'm like completely at a lost. I'm just gonna munch on my candy corn. Don't look directly at the sun. That's bad for your eyes. I don't think Brandon Fraser's coming to save the day. He has a cool mask. I'll admit that. This dude has a mask. Don't look directly at a solar eclipse, dude. Bad for your eyes. This is Sparta. Wrong movie. I'm just gonna munch on my corn. Pardon me. What was that? Is it the Scorpion King?
Gods give me strength.
Is the rock going to be appearing? Oh god, the king died. Who got the king? Dude, this is not the time. Okay, there we go. Now we're working out.
What have you Arcadians done to unleash such force?
We've been cursed. Our king has cursed us all. We thought you were the demons. We were wrong. My king sacked the temple at Nippur. He builds this temple to call for forgiveness. But the gods don't listen.
And now he too is silent.
I'm so at a loss.
Even my daughter's death couldn't wake me to the truth. I followed a fool into the abyss.
Don't let his ruin become ours. This is your temple. What can we do?
There is a way out through the
We
catacombs.
start a fire. Let's do
I
that.
should trust you.
You have no choice.
Arcadian!
You have no choice. I love that. Dude's like, look, you can either stay here or you can follow me. Oh. Oh, great. Spooky catacombs. Whose plan was this? Oh crap. I wasn't paying attention. I didn't. I saw I got another work email. I've been getting lots of work emails and I'm not even at work.
Follow me. There is a way out through this tomb.
Roll for dark vision. Or perception. Roll for perception.
The builders when they're done. Come.
Okay, I'm assuming I have a stealth thing coming up. I'm ready for your stealth. I'm high on stealth. I'm always playing a rogue. Ah! Dude, I see your arm. I see your arm. I'm waiting for it to trick me. I was waiting for it to tell me to switch buttons. I really was.
Just a rat.
That's a cute little rat. I'm going to name it Weasley.
For nothing. They died in vain for a mad king.
Oh, dude. I don't like bugs. Oh, hey, we're actually moving now. So is this Assassin's Creed? Assassin's Creed Origin?
We are cursed by our own actions.
Why did your king raid the temple?
Same story that history has taught us. For gold, for glory.
Dude,
Or greed?
it never ends in glory. Never does. Oh, what's this? Oh, is this the okay. Premonition. Arisen. Oh, so is this zombies? Are we doing zombies? Like, is this necromancy stuff we're doing?
Here, help me with this.
What am I helping you with? Push the door. Come on. Put your back into it. Ah, come on. Maybe if you actually set down one of the things, you might have it might push the door better. Oh, are we doing mummies? Is this maybe it's not zombies? Maybe it's mummies.
You first.
No, you first.
What is this that adorns you?
The history of Gutian. You Akkadians fought hard to destroy our people. But mark my words, our story has just begun. How do we get out of here alive?
No, we helping each other.
The enemy of my enemy.
Is a friend.
Eh,
We help
acquaintance.
each other.
Acquaintance.
There is always hope.
Oh god, your hand's sweaty, dude. Ugh. So,
What was that?
maybe another rat. Maybe it's Weasley. We did kind of just let Weasley sit there. Maybe he's following us. Making sure I don't miss anything. Gotta go to explore this little canticum.
Over here.
Sorry, this is only a push, not a pull. Wine, what large fingernails you have. Run? Running! Ooh, yeah, we running. We running, alright.
Coming!
I know.
Akkadian!
There's no escape. Or only hope.
Did you even
Stand
try?
No! If we both run,
Then we both die. Ready your sword.
No, we fighting. We fighting. No betraying. Only fighting. Ow, dude. Who uses a torch as a weapon? Ooh, I was not prepared. Oh crap! No. What is that? Maybe it's not a zombie or a mummy. What the hell is that? Oh. The truce lasted while it It was a short truce. It was a short truce, guys. I told you it was a pull, not a push. Oh, hey. You gotta tell me where you guys get your nails done. I was waiting for this music.
Won't you spare me over later the other day?
Oh god, spider. Actually, Tisdale's in this. Oh. Dude, I love this man's style. This dude has fashion, man. This dude knows fashion. Dalish, hello! How are you? I hope your day's been good. And thanks for I think I still have some quirks to figure out with the green screen, but thanks. And yeah, understandable. I had a feeling you wouldn't want spoilers. I love this song. I don't know why. I love this song. Dude needs a compass for his own museum, his own library. We got a dude on fire. Is this stuff we're supposed to be seeing throughout the game? Oh god, blinding.
You teeter on the edge of an abyss. Your survival depends on the choices you make. They will be as a compass, guiding you through the unknown. Will you find the path to salvation? Or be lost in the darkness forever?
Depends on where the darkness is. And what's the temperature?
Speak plainly. You're about to make some difficult decisions. Decisions that will affect the lives of others. How those decisions play out will become clear over time.
I love this. This dude has style.
You're probably keen to get started. Let us not dally any longer.
No, we can dally a little
As
bit.
you are
I'm okay with
aware,
dallying.
I
But
am
dally. What's
curator,
dally?
The custodian of tales. My purpose is to keep a record of everything you do, every decision or mistake you make. This is my repository. It is filled with untold
Dude, did you
stories.
turn into a crow?
Stories about friends and enemies, loyalty and betrayal, life.
No. Let's go back to the did you turn into a crow?
Understand.
Are you a druid?
I am not here to help you. Although I have been known to bend the rules from time to time.
Oh.
To descend into the unknown alone is extremely brave. Or extremely foolish. Perhaps there is more to you than meets the eye.
I feel like this dude's getting more extreme with each passing game.
Throughout the
Like he's
story,
becoming
you
more
may
and more
notice
like
pictures
what's the
of
word?
two
Like
possible outcomes. I suggest you pay attention to their meaning. It could
like he's
foreshadow
not messing around anymore. We're in game 3.
Alas, Sans
We know what
time
we're
will
doing.
run out for us. We'll meet again soon to see how you fare. Or fail.
Oh. What? Oh, we're military now. 2003. Oh man, I remember 2003. Not really. I honestly don't remember anything. I got sunglasses. Jason Kolchak, First Lieutenant.
Colonel, good trip?
Oh hey, he's in Man of Medan. He played in like the first, like the tutorial part of Man of Medan.
Camp Slayer. You're early.
Apologies for arriving early, Lieutenant. Things are moving fast.
I hear you, Colonel. Glad to have you on board. Techs are ready for your presentation. As soon as we get word from the CEO, we're good to go.
I am the CEO.
You should read this.
They really like bringing in past actors and actresses from other games.
What's that way? You are?
I don't want being annoyed or I want to restrain.
This is my assistant, Clarice Stokes.
Dr. Clarice Stokes.
Sorry, Doctor.
Kolchak. First Lieutenant Kolchak.
Wow. The briefing room?
Sure. Yeah, because she was in Little Hope, I want to say. Sorry, I thought we were going to brief ourselves. This is not a briefing. She was in Man of Medan. Rachel Keene, CIA field officer. Well, there's definitely some, you know, Nick K, Sergeant. Oh, I missed the rest of that.
This could be our last time together, Rachel. After what happened at the checkpoint.
What happened at the checkpoint?
I thought I was done. These last few weeks, you've lifted me up. I don't know where I'd be without you.
This is okay. Yep, briefing's over.
Rachel King. Colonel King has arrived on base, ma'am. He's en route to the briefing room. I'll be there in 5. Fuck, it's him. He's early.
Your husband, you mean?
Wait, what?
Don't you think it's about time you came clean?
Hold up a second.
clothes back on,
Husband?
Hey, Rachel. Are you gonna tell him about us or what?
I don't.
Whatever you had, it's gotta be over.
Maybe I just don't think this is the right time.
I don't know how to play this.
There's never a right time.
Soon, Nick. I promise. Soon.
Yeah, no, just gonna munch on this candy corn.
See you at briefing.
Oh, so you guys were doing the post briefing? Okay then. Is the lighter supposed to mean something? Well, she must have been a Marine before.
You'll have to excuse the noise and disorder. We're just getting the base set up. Blows my mind. Only a few weeks ago, Saddam was living it up in here. Down and
I always got confused with the whole wearing a bulletproof vest over just normal clothes while you have sleep. Your arms are completely revealed because you're not wearing a jacket or anything.
You got the CIA.
Oh, I'm playing as Keen.
The Marines, DIA, the Air Force. Hey, everyone's invited. Everyone wants a piece of history. God bless America.
I think your pool is out of water.
I see you, old man. Busting out those reps.
Hey, come join me. Maybe I'll teach you a thing or two.
Later, we have company.
Yeah, this here would like to watch me get my sweat on. You can spot me, little lady.
Dude, you didn't even
just fine from here, thanks.
waste time.
Corporal Merwin, he likes social skills.
I guess every unit has its resident jackass.
Sergeant K. This is Lieutenant Colonel Kane.
Just taking him down to the briefing room.
Oh yeah, I was
Go get prepped.
just in the briefing room.
I'll see you in there, Marine. So what's his malfunction?
Nick ain't been himself lately. We got caught up in a shooting a few weeks back. Civilian ate a bullet. Nick took it hard.
Is he combat ready?
He's a big boy, sir. He's ready.
Okay. I bet there was more that was going on in his mind than just a bullet.
Nah, I'm all good. People who sit behind desks don't tend to catch so many bullets, you know? So this must be the one and only satellite guy.
This dude, I think, has been in all 3 games.
The one and only satellite guy. I'm Eric King. Lieutenant Colonel Eric King.
Okay.
Give the colonel full site access.
Sir.
Okay then.
I'm telling you, when the queen bitch finds out about this, she's gonna flip her shit.
Rachel and I, we know each other. She'll understand all's fair in love and war.
Sir?
The queen bitch you're referring to is his wife.
Yep. Yep.
Nice work, Hotshot.
Wait, so does everyone else around the camp knows about, you know, the thing that she's doing with the other guy? I mean, is everyone in the know?
Sir, I'm so sorry. Rachel never said she was married.
We've been working apart this last year. So she's the queen bitch now. She's gone up in the world.
If it helps, we like to think of it as a term of endearment.
This has been basically all cutscenes so far. I haven't done much.
Let's get you set up.
I hope the bandwidth can cope with the data.
I'll leave the techie stuff to you.
And I'll leave the heavy lifting to you.
Subject, survey group activities. Do
Got a deal, lady.
Directorate of Central Intelligence. The objectives of the survey group are as stated. Organize and direct intelligence capabilities across coalition, government agencies, and armed forces.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Aaron, hello! How are you, Aaron? You just started this last night? This is, I'm just starting it myself. How have you been liking it so far? Oh. It just... Oh, Was I supposed to be moving around? No, I hope I didn't miss anything. But how are you, Aaron? I hope you've been having a good day.
Colonel King.
Mrs. King.
Eric, this is my team. And if you want to brief them, you clear it with me first.
I should have warned you I was moving
so,
forward.
There is some tension here.
But things escalated, I had to move fast.
I have a duty to my team to stay ahead of the curve.
I understand, Rachel, but CENTCOM has given their orders.
Orders?
I'm now commanding officer.
Last big test for... Wow, I'm hoping you did great. I bet you did great, Aaron. I really did.
Truly.
How are, oh, I'm all right.
Somehow
I had a nice little chaotic week, but I'm doing good. I missed streaming, so I wanted to... When I remember this game came out, I felt like, hey, let's do a stream. But I'm doing good.
I'm gonna need access to your network.
I'll patch you through. Name?
Dr. Stokes. You can call me Clarice.
Man, they really reuse actors.
Dr. Stokes, please prepare the presentation.
You found something?
Yeah, I think we found a lot of stuff. Oh, that was weird. Okay.
Fuck is that? Modern art or something?
This is footage from the highly classified Kalis program.
Kalis program.
Something to me.
It's a thermal satellite system that
That's
I
what
personally
you said.
pioneered.
Oh, well, I'm impressed. Please, pioneer away.
You behave like this in all your briefings, Corporal?
Boys are just eager to catch a break, sir. No harm meant.
I bet some of them have been catching breaks, you know?
Satellite sweeps have
I bet there was a
before us
lot of
uncovered what
breaks.
appears to be an underground
I'm not
storage
letting this
facility.
go. I am not.
This will, of course, require further investigation, but I strongly suspect it's where Saddam's chemical weapons are hidden.
We got you.
Oh, that's right, 2003. I have to remember this is
Defense Hub has given
2003.
the green light to raid the facility and seize any weapons on site. Hostilities may be over, but there are holdout groups of Republican Guard all over the country. They could deploy those weapons at any time, so we need to move fast. The Army is giving us a ride out there in their helos. On arrival, Lieutenant Kolchak will lead the raid on the facility. Once it's secured, we'll carry out a full weapons inspection. Now listen up. There's been a change of leadership, but Rachel's operational expertise and local knowledge
Oh,
is just
dude,
as
are you
valuable
just
as ever.
breaking this news to her in the meeting in front of everyone?
To show her the same respect.
Does she knew she wasn't going to be in charge anymore?
Fuck we waiting for? I'm ready.
It's tribal territory out there, Colonel. Make no mistake. Those people are feral. I take it we're getting their support?
Nah. Too many birds could bring them down on us. We move fast in, fast out.
Yeah, that's pretty much what your mama said to me.
Hey, careful, boy. If I didn't pull out so fast, could have been your poppy.
All right,
Oh.
that's enough, Merwin.
Okay then.
We keep this thing small. If it goes south, I'll pull the plug and we can bug out.
With all due respect.
Oh, damn, I made the wrong choice.
With all due respect, Lieutenant Kolchak, it's not your decision to make.
This feel right to you?
I think I screwed up.
Merwin has a
I
point.
think I made a horrible decisions.
We spin up too many heroes, we'll
Um,
increase our chance of being spotted.
Yep, we made.
Concerns,
I
see me act.
probably should have.
We go dark until weapons are secured.
You know what? I made
Don't break
I
radio
made the
silence
choice.
within 24 hours.
It's too late.
CENTCOM will mount a rescue operation.
She's already, you know.
A lot of shit can go down in 24 hours.
I'll quit being a bitch.
I'm just saying, that's all.
This is why
What have you
went
been up to,
war.
the Iron?
This is what
Anything
gets
fun
us
planned
out
for
of
the
bed every
weekend?
morning. Make no mistake, ladies and gentlemen. This is how we stop Saddam from using these weapons. Be ready in 1 hour. Dismissed. Clarice, help me set up the equipment.
I'm on it.
I don't know, man.
The jokes in this game are
Don't feel
top
right.
tier. I have a feeling I'm already kind of liking some of the characters' personalities.
Oh, sweetie. Look, good rub down will sort that right out, huh?
I'm serious. I got a real bad feeling about this.
That's what you get from spending too much time with Eric.
Is there anything you can do?
I'm gonna download the latest satellite data. You can have some alone time with him.
Thank you, Clarice.
I think she's had enough alone time with someone else.
We need to talk.
No, sorry, not sorry. I'm not letting this go.
You should know. It wasn't my decision to take over your operation.
Yeah, let's go with and let's make this more
It's been a
awkward.
long time since we last saw each other.
When I get again and going back to work.
Let me finish.
4-hour test, damn.
Not a day went by.
I'm glad it's over too. I hope. I bet you did amazing on that test. I'm going to have to catch some of your streams for this game.
This isn't about us, Eric.
It can be about us, or do you not want it to be about us?
How we left it, things weren't so great between us.
It was
That'd be
stressful. I
worse.
can imagine.
A lot worse.
So take the time to relax.
Nothing has changed, Eric. You know that.
I should be telling myself that too. I need to relax more. I gotta work. I gotta work short shift tomorrow. Boss gave me a project to do.
You're not wearing your wedding ring. Hey, be careful with that.
Oh, shit, sorry. What you got in that box of tricks anyway?
Dude, oh god, this is gonna be awkward. This is. For a moment, I thought that was like a lightsaber.
To sweep for explosives.
Let me have a go.
No. How much longer for that
Dude, are
download
you
to
ever
release?
gonna
Needed
take those
ASAP.
sunglasses off?
5 minutes.
Or are you gonna be
ASAP enough
wearing
for
the
you?
sunglasses throughout the entire game?
Downloading data now.
Good. I'll check the satellite maps.
Not the greatest bandwidth.
We work with what we have.
Can you sign this 1348?
Huh?
Equipment release form. Can you?
Oh, sure.
She's got a lot on her mind.
Check all equipment.
I thought it was a lightsaber at first. I'm a nerd. Alright, what's this? Did I already read this? I already read that. Rocco! Hey! How are you, Rocco? I hope you've been having a good day. I'm doing good. I'm doing alright. Happy to be back on streaming. I took a week break. Oh, you know, just working. I hope work's going good for you, though.
What the hell do we need this crap for? We need to be mobile.
We need to be prepared. The facility is underground, possibly under construction.
I'm excited for your stream, Rocco. I think you said it was the 5th? I'm excited for that. I'm hoping I can catch it. And we got Scotty in the chat. Hey, Scotty. And thank you for the band hammer. I hope you've been doing good, Scotty.
Fucking hope so.
Should be good.
I'm here to keep our gear in check. And if any Iraqis pop their heads,
I know. I got my long stream next week Friday. That's going to be like a 9-hour stream, I think. Hey. I'm doing good, Scotty. I'm doing all right.
Sure, I'm
Tired. We're still very early into this game. So far it's been a lot. Basically, just story so far. But so far, I am liking it. Yeah, the stream next Friday is my 1-year celebration stream for streaming for 1 year. I'm going to be streaming until dawn from start to finish. I'm very excited for it. I think it should be pretty fun. Gonna have chat make all the decisions for me. Hopefully they don't kill too many of my people. For a second I thought those arrows on the bottom of the map were like a smiley face. But what's everyone up to tonight? What's everyone got going on for the weekend? I got D&D tomorrow. Should be fun. Oh yeah, it is cold out. I got my my baggy hoodie on.
Is this what I think it is?
WP shirt.
White phosphorus?
It's just for popping smoke. That's all.
I'm trying to be the cool lieutenant. I'm trying to be the cool guy. I don't want to come into these guys' camp, take over their stuff, and tell them everything they do is crap.
Breaking weapons conventions. Not us.
She's still not talking to me. Oh, well, I appreciate you stopping by, Rocco. I hope you have a good day at work. Or good night at work. Always appreciate seeing you. Anything else I'm missing? Am I missing something? Oh, yeah, I got something over here. Oh, what's 2003 newspaper? American overseas mission accomplished. President Bush declares end of hostilities in Iraq. Manning Sherman executed. Killer uncooperative during final hours. Man, 2003 was a wild year, wasn't it? Oh, well, we're going to talk to this guy.
You think we'll bag Chemical Ali at this facility?
If he's in the vicinity, we'll get him.
That almost makes it worth the risk.
Almost.
Dude, take your sunglasses
Well, you
off.
know,
This dude's
I
been
still
wearing
have this
sunglasses ever since he came in.
Sir, I've heard some fucked up stories about the border.
It's bothering me.
Sure you don't want air support? There's a chance we'll need it.
We have the element of surprise on our side. I will not allow anything to jeopardize that.
Please, Colonel. Can we take a step back and think about this for a minute?
I've made my decision.
I think I screwed up. I think I screwed up.
Feeling lucky, Lance Corporal?
Well, my parents owned a horse named Lucky. He ran away.
Bet the farm on this. I have a good feeling we're going to clear up.
I wish I shared your optimism, Colonel.
Well, I think this camp is sharing enough of my stuff. I think you guys are done.
Download's complete.
Let's get to the helos.
What? What? You want to ask me something? I can tell by that look on your face. What do you think of him? I take it you're talking about the skipper?
The skipper?
He's a nice guy. Around here, nice don't cut it. What do you think of him?
Shell! Hey! How are you, Shell? I hope your day's been good. Always happy to see you pop in chat. I decided to stream later today. After taking a little, like a week break. I kind of wanted to do a random stream today. Oh, I was going to order pizza after the stream. What type of pizza are you eating? That's the real question right there. I'm doing good. Tired, but I'm doing good. now Scotty wants pizza. Question though, it has to be like, what is everyone's pizza? What is everyone's pizza? Also, Scotty, can you do the thing? Rochelle, Rocco, Iron, all amazing streamers. Pineapple and bacon, love it. Thank you, Scotty. Oh, I'm playing as some random guy now. Dude looks like yeah, I'm like that. Shell, I'm a generic guy. I like my I just like pepperoni. Happy birthday, Zane. My boy's becoming a man. Love always, Dad. Thank you, Scotty. Appreciate it. Because Iron's an amazing streamer, Shell's an amazing streamer, and Rocco's an amazing streamer. All deserve to get some love. Alright. Dear Zane, the board has approved your application for admission to Highgate. University to read... Yo, mythology? I love mythology. I'm a giant mythology nerd. If the pizza's there, I'm gonna eat it. You have achieved something that nobody in this family has before. Imagine if I could talk. I'm so proud of you, Zane. Now go bag that grade. I am not the best streamer, but I appreciate it. And I see James is in chat now. James, shouldn't you be at work? No. That's weird. We're just gonna do this, you know, make it seem like it's still one image. Dude, one more week? One more week of what? That's the real question. Yo, Apple! Man, we're getting everyone in. How is everyone? How are you, Apple? I'm so happy to see everyone. I always feel weird taking, like, disappearing for a week and then coming back and still see everyone come pop in. Thank you, Scotty. I appreciate it. I was just about to ask. Wait, James, James, did you finally quit? James, are you quitting? Dude.
Zane?
I'm doing good, Apple. I'm glad you're doing well. How was your stream? I was lurking as you were carving pumpkins. I was sitting in the office for an appointment, and I was lurking on your stream for a bit. I have no idea what's going on. I've just been walking around this house. Dude didn't even take his helmet off. He's still wearing the helmet.
الو انا سليم سليم جاركم ابو زين.
Chaotic pumpkin carving. Love it. I love to hear it. But I'm glad the stream was good.
هو زين مع ابنك؟ طارق. ايوه طارق هما مع بعض.
Who was carving pumpkins without you? Apple was carving pumpkins. she was doing a pumpkin carving screen. Do I want to be angry for my son running off? Nah, we're gonna be.
كله تمام اصله كان عيد ميلاده وانا جبت له هديه.
Now I really want pizza. I'm gonna order pizza after stream.
ابعتولي لو سمحت.
I haven't carved a pumpkin in so long. Like, yeah, James, I tried toppers the other day. I never had toppers before. I really liked them. They were pretty good. I am going to get that pizza, Shell. I'm going to get that pizza.
العدو يا فندم الحرب خلصت خلاص وخسرنا. لا ده كلام فارغ ما حدش اتسلم.
I should be reading this because it's like
واحنا لازم نتعرب ليها. شايفينهم؟
I should be paying more attention, but I'm so happy to see everyone in chat. Always happy to see you all.
جايين علينا. بقول لك احنا محتاجين كل راجل في مكانه لحسن طيارتهم توصل عندنا.
I must find my son. No, finding my son. I'm finding my son. I don't know where they are, what happened, or anything, but I'm finding my son. Because apparently I have one. You know, for a scary horror game, this game has not been scary whatsoever. Like, at all.
هرجع البيت قريب. خلاص يا دار. دي آخر مهمة.
All right, Apple, if you're in chat, I was asking everyone, what's your pizza? What type of pizza do you get? What do you have on it? The Elmo fire meme. Okay, I have to. If you have pictures of that, I have to see that. Oh, I don't have a foot. What?
Face on, boys. We're coming in fast. Hey, Marwood, what's your mama and the Bermuda Triangle have in common?
Why are you fucking it like?
They both swallow Marines.
Oh my God.
That's pretty good, boy.
No, that's not. That is horrible. That is a horrible joke. That's like a Scotty level joke.
How long you been sitting on that one?
Oh yeah, you like that?
That is horrible.
Shit, ton more of those bad boys lined up.
Yeah, that's what your mama
Cheese.
said.
I do love just like a 4 or 5 cheese pizza. Oh my God, mac and cheese pizza, Apple. I used to make homemade pizza all the time, and I used to make homemade mac and cheese pizza. Like, it was one of my favorite pizzas to make. I haven't made homemade pizza in a long time.
Sergeant K, I need you to establish contact with the AWACS.
Oh, so are you guys hearing me in the game at the same level? Like, if I need to adjust any level.
Are you with me? Yeah, I got it.
James, it's been how long? Don't bring this up again.
Hey.
I completely forgot about that.
Yeah, I'm straight. What's going on in there?
Just some shit I gotta work through, man. It's all good. I'm chill.
Oh, wait, what did his end? I'll be supportive. I'll be supportive.
No matter what. I know it. Make sure you do.
Semper Fi.
Mac and cheese and bacon pizza?
Semper Fi? What's that? Some kind of Boy Scout thing?
I don't know.
Marine thing.
Mac and cheese and bacon
always loaded.
pizza.
So
And what's that? Margarita? I've never had that shit. I've never had a margarita
Hit me
pizza
with one.
before.
All right, check it out.
What is on a margarita
Say to
pizza?
Never look back when you're disembarking the helo. Otherwise, you curse the whole team.
That's gotta be about the stupidest thing I have ever heard.
I can
Well, maybe.
top that.
But as I see it, why take a chance?
Eyes forward at all times. You look backwards in a war zone. It's no wonder you get.
I feel like we're finally getting on action soon.
Good to go, Marines. It's what we were sent here to do, and may God be my witness. We're gonna succeed.
Amen to that, brother. Hoorah! Hoorah!
Oh. Fresh mozzarella, basil leaves, and... Okay, that sounds really good, actually. Shell, I will totally try that. But would that be over Wendy's or under Wendy's? What should I try first? Should I try Wendy's first? Or like... And tomatoes. Ooh, I do like tomatoes. Please try Wendy's. So I have to eat Wendy's first before I eat the margarita pizza. My family should be making homemade pizzas. And it's amazing every time. Ooh, fluffy dough is really good. I when I used to make my homemade pizzas, I always made the dough and crust a little fluffy. Man, everyone wants me to try Wendy's. Yeah, I've never had Wendy's. I've just never had it. Dude's wearing a freaking sweater in the desert. Dude. Then again, sunburn. You don't want to get sunburned.
Sir, we've been made. Awaiting orders.
Cautious.
Fan out and hold fire. We're gonna psyops this shit.
And a chocolate frosty. Alright, I think I already have my first order.
احنا الامريكان.
Hmm?
احنا الجيش الامريكاني.
We mean you no harm, as we hold guns.
Down! Down! On your face now! Hands behind your back!
Yeah, James, it's from the same creators. They have a whole series called The Dark Anthology. Started with Man of Medan, then Little Hope, and this one just came out today. House of Ashes. Because, I'm going to be playing next week on Friday the 29th at 4 p.m. Central.
Prisoners are playing ball. Roger. Get Corporal Merwin to pop yellow smoke at the LC and bring in the Colonel.
Because next week Friday is my 1 year on Twitch, and I'm going to be playing not Man of Undawn. I'm going to be playing Until Dawn.
This ring's a bust. These people are not the enemy. They're just
Until Dawn, from start to finish, in one stream. So it's going to be like 8 to 9 hour stream. And you all, will come in chat, will be making the decisions for me. So you all get to decide who lives, who survives. I'm excited. I'm super nervous. But I'm excited for this stream. Because every year around Halloween, I always replay the game Until Dawn, and I want to share that experience with everyone. It's one of my favorite games.
But it looks like it paid off. No casualties and clean work.
Dude, take the sunglasses off. Dude's wearing sunglasses throughout all this game. And thanks, Apple.
You think?
I never thought I was going to be streaming for one whole year. I thought I would have stopped or give up. But somehow I kept going through.
Let's go.
Even when I have days where I think I'm like the worst streamer ever and the most boring one, but everyone's support and love kept me going, and I'm excited. So I want to celebrate with everyone.
So is that this women's intuition I keep hearing about?
Yeah, you want to find out what happens when you piss it off?
Okay then.
Stay still. I'm just gonna pat you down.
No, and I'm happy I met everyone. You guys are all amazing people. I'm all happy to have you guys as friends.
السلام عليكم يا أخي. لازم أسأل السؤال ولازم تقول الحقيقة. فين مدخل مخزن السلاح؟
No, I'm gonna say nothing.
أسألك مرة تانية. فين مكان المخزن؟
You can be there for the whole time. And thanks, Iron. I would disagree, but thanks. I'm hoping to see you all there, even if you guys can only pop in for a little bit. I'm thinking about doing a giveaway too. I'm still thinking about how I would do that. I'm gonna go curious. Don't touch it.
What the fuck?
Don't touch the creepy things hanging on the wall. It's like you don't. And there. Nope. You screwed up. Horror film logic rules 101. You do not touch anything that looks suspicious, out of the ordinary, and then rip it off the wall. You do not do that. You know why? Because 1, now you cut yourself. 2, you don't know that shit's cursed or not. 3, you don't know where it's been. Why? Why? You don't. It's like you guys haven't watched Supernatural. Oh man. You do not touch the creepy stuff. He's gonna taste test it. Don't touch stuff that's not exactly, guys. That's my rant for the day.
Where the silo is.
This man was armed, ma'am.
Everyone in this country is armed.
You guys are still wearing your. I'm gonna be braining up the sunglasses throughout the entire game, guys. Just like I'm gonna be braining up the thing she's doing behind her husband's back. Mew! Hey! How are you? No, I'm not gonna smack the guy. How are you, Mew? I hope you've been having a good day. I'm so happy to see you pop in.
Are there any more captives?
Oh, yeah, it's been... Imagine if I could talk. It's been fun. Oh, Apple, I appreciate you stopping by and hanging out. You go eat. I hope you have an amazing rest of your night. My voice is like getting high pitched and I'm like trying to keep it on a normal level. I'm just so excited to see everyone. Oh, we got a vision stone. What was that? What was that? Oh, game's freaking out a bit. Where am I going? Are we going outside? Oh, wow. Weird camera angles. Weird camera angles. But what are you up to today, Mew? What have you been up to? I feel like we haven't... Oh, then again, I haven't been very active on Twitch lately, so... But what have you been up to?
There's shit here.
You got something to say, Sergeant?
Look at the ground. What do you see? Jack shit. There was a silo. Where's all the tracks? Now,
Man, this is a fishing expedition. His precious Kalis has got it all wrong.
We follow orders, Sergeant. The search is far from over.
Aye, sir.
Dude, just you're just cranky because you're sleeping with a man's wife and you're pissed that the man's here. That's what's going on. What's this right here? Oh, we got gas mask.
We got some gas masks here.
Dude, that's kind of like post-apocalyptic looking mask. Kind of gives me Fallout vibes a bit. Who's whistling? I keep hearing this whistling. Like it's not his fault. Good. Oh.
أنا بشخص الحكومة الأمريكية. أنت في موقف صعب جدا. مهم إنك تقول الحقيقة.
God, you gain an attitude with these people. They're not going to talk if you talk to them like that.
فين مدخل المخزن؟
Oh ho ho, Evil Dead looking door. Let me guess, it's nothing. Oh, we found heroin, guys. We're good.
Getting better by the minute. These people are nothing but common crooks. What the fuck was Eric thinking?
I want this place turned inside out.
We didn't find a weapon, but we... Oh shit.
Motherfuckers!
Oh no. Oh.
Shit! Fucking fuck!
Down! Get down! They're up on the ridge! Return fire!
Alright. Suppressing fire. What am I looking for? What am I looking for? I couldn't see anything!
No! Fuck!
I didn't see anything!
That was fucking close.
Dude, I'm glad you're having a good time. I'm not.
Rachel! Where are you? Rachel!
She's with the heroin.
Back! Stay back!
Atemo! Atemo! Atemo!
I mean, now it just feels like I'm watching a movie.
Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you!
This dude's over here playing Call of Duty.
Fuckers are dug in like ticks.
They're closing in. We gotta get to Joey. Yeah, fuck you too!
Alright, we got one. We got one.
Let's burn fuckers out with WP! You can't use phosphorus against people! Oh, come on, you rather us hold hands and sing Kumbaya around the fucking campfire?
Yes, actually I would. That'd be a much more relaxing time than what we're currently doing.
We're getting massacred! Permission to use WP!
No.
Negative.
No.
Only use
I
it for
don't.
smoke.
I don't know.
Give me some cover and get Joey out of there.
Oh crap. Hi, Mom Bud. I see you there. How are you? I missed. How did I miss? How you been doing, Mom Bud? I haven't seen you since your stream. I didn't realize that's what I was doing. Damn. Frickin' John Cena his ass.
Nick?
Bullshit.
I know you're hurting, but you're
I'm
not
glad you're
fucking
doing
wrong.
great, Mom.
Still, calm down.
I like to play under pressure. Oh, I feel that in myself right now. Oh no, not Joey. This dude dies in every single one of these games. Man of Medan, dead. Little Hope, he can actually live, but he can still kind of die. And now, this game, dude dead. This actor can't catch a break. Oh no, your baby's sick. I'm so sorry to hear that. Hopefully she feels better soon.
All call signs, this is Dropkick. Silence lifted. Can someone give me a sit rep on the contact? Over.
And hopefully you're getting plenty of rest too. I know you had that 12-hour stream. So far, this horror game's not been very horror-like. It's just more... Oh. I wonder if I could have saved Joey. Could I have saved Joey?
Get down on the floor, or I swear I'll put a fucking hole through you.
No. Dude hasn't done anything wrong. He's just had heroin.
Doesn't anyone speak English anymore? You better not miss.
No more killing.
Oh, was that his son? Was that his son that I let live? Is that why he didn't shot me? Sorry, guys. I'm paying attention to... I'm trying to pay attention to both. Okay.
No fucking way.
Oh, no. Irene, is Stream Elements hitting on you again?
Rachel! Rachel!
But what have you been up to besides taking care of your baby, Mama? Guys, we were just swallowed. Literally. So is this when the spooky comes in? Oh, dude, you have broken your leg. You're lucky. Oh, I'm playing as Nick. New position, yo. Is it better position? I hope. With more pay? I hope it has more pay. But I'm so happy you got it. That's awesome. So happy for you. Regroup with allied forces. Find Jason. Alright, guys. I think we're finally into spooky now. I think we finally hit the spooky. LB to toggle my flashlight. Oh, I see. Oh, okay. I see.
Jason!
Well, I thought I just saw someone for a moment. It's a little less pat, but Monday through Friday, still a manager position, but less stressful, so I'm happy. Oh, a little less pay. Oh, okay. Well, I'm happy to hear it's going to be less stressful. I know how, as a manager myself, I know how stressful it can be. It can really be, like this whole week, I had to cover for 2 different managers. So I was doing 3 people's job all week.
You gotta be fucking kidding me.
The fuck was that? Well, it seems to be gone now, so I think we're good. I don't know what the fuck was. But no, yes, congratulations, Mama. I'm so happy that it would be less stressful. So, I'm still on the dime if this is mummies or zombies. Starting to think it's neither. I don't think it's either one of them. Little of both. Jay, hello. How are you?
Fuck is this place?
That's a hand. Kind of gives me a temple vibes. I'm good. I'm glad you're doing good. I'm doing all right. I'm doing good. It's been a long week, so I'm happy to kind of unwind and hang out with everyone.
That you, Nick?
I don't know anymore. I'm just gonna munch on my candy corn.
Where on God's green earth have we landed?
We need to get back topside. Regroup with the rest of the squad.
Oh, you've been sick? Oh no.
This place ain't no
Seems like something's going around. I hope you feel better soon, though.
Nick? Sergeant K, pull yourself together. Eyes wide.
No, we saw something. We're speaking up. We saw something.
I mean, it wasn't human.
That was somewhat human.
In a tunnel.
Well, I'm glad you're feeling better today. Make sure you get plenty of rest.
You've never gotten off that helo.
I fucking knew it. I knew you weren't ready for this.
I swear to God.
Do not get God involved.
What is this about, though, Nick? Is this about what happened at the event? Or is this the fact about the woman you've been sleeping with's husband is now with us?
You didn't see shit.
What is it?
Something's not right. I know you can feel it.
I'm not letting this go, guys. I am not letting this go. I am standing on this. I will not let this go. Dude is sleeping with some guy's wife. I'm not letting that go.
The hell is this place?
Fast. Flunked history at school.
Dude, Jason, where did you come up from? Like, where were you?
Tell me you don't feel it.
What, Nick? Feel what exactly?
No, seriously though, Jason, where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe? Is there like a run button? I would like to have a run button. Whoa. Okay then. So how's everyone? I hope everyone's having a good night. I hope everyone's looking forward to the weekend. I gotta work a little bit, but then I have D&D I'm excited for. I might do another stream, not tomorrow, but Sunday, to kind of make up for not streaming this week. Kind of just had to work out some tech issues and take a little mental break. But I hung out in some friends chat streams.
I'm gonna need some more muscle.
Skipping gym again.
Speaking of friends streams.
Let's move.
Mom Bod's in chat, and she's an amazing streamer if you have not checked her out.
Jesus,
If you like Dead by Daylight,
squirming around.
she's the one to watch.
He's bleeding out. We have to cut him down right now.
Hold tight, buddy. We got you. Nick, I need you here.
Cut the wires.
Make sure someone holds the dude before you cut the wires. No one stood under him to catch him? Dude, just let the guy hit the frickin' ground?
You're gonna pull through, brother.
Horrible.
There's morphine in my pack. Grab it. We're gonna pump you up, okay?
Hurry the hell up!
We got this. You keep lookout. Fuck!
Lookout for what?
Jesus, who the hell loaded these packs?
The fuck just... What? Don't tell me she's dead.
Clarice?
Is this Wendigos again? Are we dealing with Wendigos again? No one's going after Clarice? You're also leaving a...
He's bleeding out. You gotta take care of this.
Okay. Applying pressure. I'm not a doctor. She got snatched. Yeah, she did.
Give it to me straight. Not gonna lie, man. It's pretty fucking bad.
He's out there. He's running them down on us.
God, that clicking sound they're making is just so unsettling. Don't suffocate the dude. Oh, well, thanks for popping in, Shell. I hope you have a great rest of your night. I always appreciate you stopping by. Oh, I don't like needles. I'm not a fan of needles. Oof.
I need you with me, Nick. Nick, you're killing him!
Wait, no!
Nick, choking him. Can't find a fucking pulse.
Can't be. I didn't mean.
He's gone, Nick. Merwin's dead.
No! That wasn't... No! No! Guys, I think I screwed up. I think I screwed up. It wasn't my intention.
أنا ملازم سليم عثمان لكل الجنود. أنتوا فين؟ حول. أنت فين؟ تعال ماشي. كابتن دار. قادر تسمعني؟ عد الرسالة حول. Captain.
Okay, so I'm glad I'm not the only one. I was just doing what they were telling me to do. I didn't know there was an option to not.
دار إذا قادر تسمعني أنا مش عارف.
Okay.
بحاول أخرج. حول.
I'm mad. I'm actually upset about that. This dude's over here. This... Oh my god, this dude. Oh my god, Salem's over here like, dude, I just wanted to celebrate my son's birthday. I just wanted to relax at home. And these people come busting through my door. Oh man. This dude's fed up. He's done. This dude just wanted to relax at home and celebrate with his son, but then Jenkins comes knocking on the door. Yo, dude, we gotta go fight some people. That's the gunshots. Oh, what do we got right here? He's sick of... He is! This dude is sick of this bullshit. Oh, who is... Oh, guys, we have my cat tapping my arm right now. That... No, go. Come on, Riku. What am I inspecting? Oh, I already inspected this guy. Yep, inspected. Oh, jeez. Say hi to Riku. She wanted attention, I guess. I think she wants me to put food in her dish, even though I just put food in your dish before I started streaming. Daylight. I was gonna say, are there stairs here, or am I walking off a cliff? That is a really narrow staircase. Who the hell designed this place? David Bowie? Well, next, you're gonna have me walk into a door? This one's lie. I'm telling the truth. I can't actually remember the riddle from the door from Labyrinth. It's been forever since I've seen Labyrinth. That's blood. That looks like blood. Do I want to follow the trail of blood? That's literally what's going on, probably. She wants more food. Oh god, that clicking sound is so unsettling. Okay, that was a weird camera angle. I thought I was still in the scene. Okay. Those are claw marks. Are we sure we're not dealing with Wendigo again? Like mutated zombie Wendigos. From outer space. Why am I following this? Why am I going deeper? This is a horrible idea. I should not be doing this. I should be going the other way. Celebrating my son's birthday. But instead, I'm here. Oh, hey. That's a door. Do I... This is a horrible decision. I should not be doing this. Iron, what difficulty are you playing on? Because I saw there's 3 difficulties. There was forgiving, challenging, and lethal. Who is that? Oh. He's one of me. One. Oh god, I failed. I didn't grab. Oh god. Oh no. No, 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 no. Shut the door. Shut the door. Shut it. Woo. Oh god. And we didn't grab the gun. Yeah! Take that! A rock! Woo! So did I. I did the middle one as well. Oh, you don't like the light, don't you? Oh my, what long fingernails. Yeah! Take that! Victory candy corn. He's like so happy and I love it. Yo! No more sunglasses.
This whole damn place is about to come down.
Are you okay? Are you hurt?
I'm good. Did you see Sergeant K? Kolchak?
Wow, that's all I got was okay. That's all I get?
Tried. Something's interfering.
Dude, you can at least try to act like you care.
That could be another way out.
I don't know.
You know I've got your back, Rach. Stay close, you'll be fine.
I'm pretty good at looking after myself, Eric.
It wouldn't seem so.
We're eating candy corn as well.
Shit.
It's the comfort foods of horror.
All good?
All good.
Let's do it.
This girl over here, like,
Steep drop to nowhere.
I'm just trying to be a nice, caring husband, and you're over here giving me like, yeah, okay.
Hey, look.
Yeah.
There's an airflow.
I say we climb.
I know you might be seeing some other dude behind my back, but come on, at least put a little effort in.
So when did you start smoking?
Excuse me?
The lighter.
It's nothing. Just something I picked up back at base.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, I'm not liking her. I'm also not liking her, Iron.
You ready?
Are you?
Down we go.
This place doesn't look much like a weapons silo to me.
If there's nothing down here, then why were we attacked?
There's a war on. People tend to shoot each other.
Oh my god. Yeah, to be fair, when they first introduced Eric, my first thought was, oh, dude, this dude's gonna be like a dick. He's gonna be, you know, so many things. But no, it's her. It's all her.
You mean the sense of...
I mean, I don't know if there's like another story or something. Am I even going the right way? Oh, no, I knew there was something over here. Oh, oh, oh! What the hell? Oh. Seriously, is there like a run button? Look, we both can't. Oh my God! Can there? She had to be the first one to go through the door. What's this? Yeah, I don't know.
Looks old. Old? It's ancient. That's cuneiform. Sumerian, maybe? What is this place?
I don't know.
You're quite the expert on history. Didn't realize.
Maybe you don't know me as well as you think.
Nope. I'm not gonna be. Alright, so we're going deeper into the tunnels. I don't think this is an exit. This is definitely leading us more into the temple. So, you come here often? No? No? Okay. Well, that's a hole underground. Oh, okay then. You can look.
Floor seems stable.
Yeah, it looks fine.
Yeah, I'm here all the time. Yeah, definitely looks stable. I'm waiting. Okay, it didn't give me an option. Okay. I gotta remember to pay close attention to certain parts of this game.
It's got a certain cool under pressure.
Under pressure.
You left to learn to deal with pressure.
That's...
What do you think this place is?
Hard to say. These carvings look religious. I think we may be in a temple.
I mean, it's definitely a temple.
It's Pazuzu.
Pazu who?
Pazuzu. Do you not watch horror movies?
You should know the answer to that.
It's a Sumerian demon. Something to do with plagues, I think.
Plagues.
Under pressure? I know, Iron. I was thinking the same thing. These type of games is like, we're just under so much pressure.
Yeah, you and me both. Great, that's all we need.
Oop, don't fall down when you look there. I see what appears to be something.
What is it?
You didn't hear that?
I didn't hear anything.
I thought I heard something down there.
Yeah, that the clicking sound is making me think of the video game Last of Us, because those.
I wonder what happened here?
Oh.
That's gunfire.
Where's it coming from?
But no, yeah, the sounds the creatures make me think of Last of Us.
Can you make anything out?
It's deep. That looks safe to you?
It's our only option.
Is it?
Hit the rope.
Is it? Is there no other option? I like us telling us how deep we're going into this area, because now we're at 144 feet. Let's go relax and play a video game. It's been a stressful day. Then my brain's like, let's pop into Dark Anthology.
Unbelievable.
Don't you know how relaxing these games are? It's like one time when I was like, I came home from work. I'm like, man, I just need to blow off some steam. I need to play something relaxing. Let's turn on, Dead Space.
For real. You put everything into this research.
More than you'll ever know.
You can't blame yourself.
I've messed up. Should have triple-checked the data. Exhausted every possibility. But I'm so sure this was it.
I understand what it meant to you, Eric.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, we both made mistakes. Yeah. Yeah, tell us your mistake, huh?
The hell is that?
Subsidence?
Yeah, Rachel.
Hmm? This looks like archaeological gear. Somebody was studying this ruin.
Hey, we could use those lamps. The light could guide the Marines to us.
Wait, so who was doing... What? Who set up this gear? Yeah.
It'll work.
Iron.
Just needs gas. We need to find some.
Where are we going to find gas? Oh, now I'm playing as Rachel? Oh.
Wherever you are, Nick. I hope you're safe.
Oh my god.
Did you say something?
No, nothing. You've got to see this.
What are we seeing? It's a... Oh, those look like bullet holes.
All call signs, this is King. Does anyone copy? Over.
Was I supposed to, like, zoom in on something? No? Okay. Oh, wait, what's this over here? I see something. A29.
Cataloging these pieces. Somewhere.
Probably for a museum. Like full-on Indiana Jones.
Fuck, that's a hell of a lot of fireworks.
Yeah, that's fucking... Were they gonna blow this place down?
This is King to all call signs. Are you receiving? Over.
Oh, yeah. Until Dawn. That was me and Emily. I did not like Emily at all. The Curse of Akkad by Aline Journey? I'm sorry if I'm butchering that. Scholars regard The Curse of Akkad as a fiction, an instructional story that trained the Samaritans to endure famine, fate, and the whims of the gods. However, the discovery of this great temple hints at a new truth behind it. The original tale, the god Enlil, turns against King Naram Sin of Akkad. At first, the king is pious and penitent, praying for answers, but after 7 years, the gods have given none. So Naram Sin decides to bring them to account. He raises an army and marches to the city of Nippur to sack Enlil's temple. This blasphemy is so great that Enlil does roaring storm and lists the gods against Naram Sin, sending the Gugachians to raise Akkad to the ground, destroying its farms, and curse the...
This temple.
There is no historical records of Naram Sin demolishing the temple too. However, our finds here suggest the curse was based on actual events. King Naram Sin built this place to honor the gods. Many of our finds depict the kings pleading to heaven to invite the gods back into the spiritual life of this people. The fact that this temple was lost suggests the curse could not be broken. Probably be like me butchering many words. I am horrible at pronouncing things sometimes. Ah, this looks like gas tanks.
Eric, come give me a hand with these cans.
Oh.
Tell me I had a little luck.
No, there was more shiny stuff I wanted to look at. Oh, crap. I shouldn't have grabbed that right away.
Leg. Oh, you mean the prosthesis? I lost my leg back on the highway.
Don't. I still feel guilty.
I didn't make it easy on you, Rach. I know that. You weren't to blame for that crash.
Come on, let's get to work.
Dude, we're just trying to have a conversation. What was that? The fuck was that? We're being hunted.
Shine a light on the tank.
Is that gasoline even still good? How old is this stuff?
Ah, shit.
What's wrong?
Fuel tube's worn loose. The damn valve is leaking.
Can it be fixed?
We have to secure the tube before starting the generator.
Like, we could have used the condensed words for it. Like, incoildent? Incoildent? Say EpiPen? I had to say... Oof. Yeah, I would not be doing... I would struggle with that. Dynamite. Ooh, let's go check out the throne. Can I look at the throne? Yo. Can I sit on the throne? I want to be the one to sit on this throne. Oh, you're not going to let me. Oh. I just wanted one thing, game.
You regretting not calling for additional air support yet?
Okay, so this is from 1946. Randolph, I trust this finds you well. Our journey to the dig has been delayed. We left some heavy equipment behind in Saran because Pullman could only hire half the men and mules needed. Workers refuse to go into the mountains. They are superstitious and cry that they will be possessed by demons. They even refuse bonus pay of 2 diners each. We have also left the second generator and the spare radio behind with the agent. We should be back by the 18th. Yours faithfully. Okay. Unsure words would have a random letter in it for...
I can't see shit.
When I see words do that, where they just throw in some random letters. What's up? It's me, your boy.
What do you think the rest of the squad are doing?
Oh, we got to... Oh, is it broken? Could I...
Something this vast have remained hidden for so long.
Was there a reason? Oh, do I need to turn the generator on? Oh, I probably need to turn the generator on. What am I looking for? This is the TNT. I already looked at that.
Look at this place.
Oh no, the table. It's...
Maybe climbing out of the cavern back there would have been the smarter move.
The way I see it, if these people were here before us, there must be another way out.
I feel like I'm just wandering around. I looked at this one already, didn't I? Yeah, I think I did. Oh, here we go. Tape. Yes. That is indeed tape.
I found some duct tape. See if we can jumpstart this generator.
Now, the generator was where again? Oh, hey. I don't think I've been in here yet. So much to do. So much to read. The Journal of Randall Hodgkin.
September the 24th, 19...
Well, this was new.
When Lady Bradshaw summons you, you go.
Oh, was I
Mary
summoned
and
by
I
Lady
were bound
Bradshaw?
For a honeymoon, but the chance to dine with one of Britain's finest antiquarians was too great for us to miss. When we met, Bradshaw wore a brooch that caught Mary's eye. A Sumerian relic recovered from a dig site in the Hashemite kingdom of Iraq. After dinner, she showed us another find from the same site, a gold cuneiform tablet. She called it the final puzzle piece in our life's work. A map
interesting.
that pinpoints the tomb of Alexander the Great. If she's right, the tomb lies somewhere on the border of Iraq. Lady Bradshaw wants us to lead her expedition. I realize now that our honeymoon will take place in a dusty dig site in the Zagros Mountains.
Well.
This place is starting to make me feel a little uneasy.
That was actually pretty cool. That was neat. Get some lore. They really put a lot of effort into this game. Like, Man of Medan, I thought was the weakest game they put out. I felt like Man of Medan could have been so much more. Little Hope I really enjoyed. Little Hope was pretty cool. But still, it was missing something for me. Jay, what game is this? This is Dark Pictures Anthology Part 3, House of Ashes. From the same team who did Until Dawn. They released, after Until Dawn, they started releasing mini horror games similar to the same style of Until Dawn. Man of Medan, Little Hope, and this one that came out today, House of Ashes. It's been I'm liking it. I'm liking it so far.
Why would there be a machine gun here?
That's a big machine gun.
Model. Ties in with the time the archaeologists were here. What the fuck happened here?
They were shooting at something. This place is haunted. Is this the generator? Okay. Yeah, what you been up to today, Jay? Or are you just resting?
You got it?
I've got it.
Oh, why at work?
Once you said back at the base.
Little Hope is really good, Iron.
Sound like me.
You said nothing had changed.
I really enjoyed Little Hope. I remember watching Dalish play it first, and it kind of, so I kind of got spoiled on a lot.
Stop thinking of you.
But then when I went and played it myself, I still kind of had a lot of the same experiences because I made different decisions than she did.
Missed you too, Eric.
Jay, what are you working on? Or are you just working? I've been working on several projects all week. Spent the morning resting, now back at work.
Hold the fuel pipe.
I don't think exciting is the word I would use.
It's done.
These two are just I don't know how I feel about these two.
Look at the state of these.
They're shot. Feels like so long since we worked on something together.
Yeah, Iron. That's why I'm really into these games. I replayed Until Dawn, every year around Halloween, and I still love that game every single time. Like the different choices you can make, the different things, the different endings. Oh, you're at work? Bullshit, that sounds better. That's me every morning when I have to go to work. I gotta do some overtime tomorrow because my boss gave me a project.
Your work is bigger than the both of us.
So bullshit's the word I
Either of
use.
us could have foreseen the impact it would have.
Rach,
Say what's on your mind.
I've missed you, Rach. Like you wouldn't believe.
Oh man, is this really the time? Are we doing this?
I don't know.
Are we really doing this right now?
Now, it just seems simpler.
Oh god. Oh no. You know what? I can't make myself do it.
There's hope for us after all.
That should do the trick. Let's fire up.
Oh. I'm gonna make this game so complicated. I don't think this is the time to be discussing this.
There's a way in for these people. There's a way out for us.
Let's take a look around.
Don't do that so intensely. Oh, we're back to Jason.
Fuck.
What the hell are those? Bullets don't seem to be working. Bullets are not working.
We gotta go through it. The other way is safe.
I'm going around. Let's go around. I don't know. I don't know. I think we made a horrible choice. Thing looks like freaking Man-Bat. Oh, do we got stealth? Oh god. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. I don't know what's more stressful, holding the controller for Until Dawn or this. Oh my god.
Move.
Yeah, let's get the fuck out of here. Yeah, it stresses me out, man. This game is not relaxing. I was talking shit earlier about this game not being a horror game, and now that we're here, I'm like, nope. Oh god. Oh no. Oh shit. Get off of me, sir. Please. Yeah.
God, I hate this place.
Yeah. Oh. Why do I play games that stress me out?
Let's go.
Alright. But I think this is a good time to take a break. I'm thinking Sunday. Sunday I'm going to be back on streaming this game. Let's go switch on over. There we go. Oh. I'm still getting used to the green screen stuff. But thank you guys for hanging out with me and dealing with the stress that is this game. Oh. We'll be I'm thinking Sunday I'll continue this game, and then Monday we'll be going through, and then next Friday As most of you are aware, is my 1 year stream where we be playing until dawn from start to finish. I'm starting at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. We'll be playing the game all through the day until we're completely done with the game. You guys will be there helping me decide on the choices I make in the game. So it'll be very interesting. You'll probably be having me play that game a way I've never played it before. But so thank you guys for hanging out with me. We're going to take this party elsewhere. And who is online is the question. Oh, we got quite a few people online. Yo, Ren's online. Yo, Ren hasn't been streaming in a while. We're going to go take the party to Ren. I never get to raid Ren. But, so, thank you guys for hanging out with me. If you want to join in the raid, Ren's an amazing streamer. Super sweet, she's awesome. So go show her some love and support. And with that, I'll be seeing you guys next time.